Hey there, I'm Mastin Kipp, founder of thedailylove.com and author of the new book, Daily Love Growing into Grace. And this is a special Daily Love TV. You heard it right, author of the new book, Daily Love Growing into Grace. I'm going to take a pause from our regular Daily Love TVs and really share with you today why I wrote my new book. My new book comes out September 9th, very soon, and I can't wait to share it with you. And instead of teaching today on Daily Love TV stuff, I want to share with you why I wrote this book. And there's a lot of information below this video if you are seeing it on my website or on YouTube about how you can pre-order the book. But what I want to share with you is really why I wrote this book. So the title of the book is Daily Love Growing into Grace, and I can't wait. It's my first book. I've been doing the Daily Love now for, almost 7 years, never wrote a book, done so much, but never wrote a book. And I got to tell you, it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And I wrote this book in Bali. I took some time away to really just go and focus on it. And really what it is it's a story about my life. I could have written a lot of different books about like how to do stuff, and I plan on doing that in the future. But for my first book, I want it to be a story, and not just a story where I show you all my best parts. I want to show you how I messed up, all of the sort of the messy parts of myself. And when I was struggling with my addiction, there were times where I was thought about taking my life. There were times where I really thought like this is the end. And so I wrote this book because I know sometimes when you're learning from someone who's a little bit further on the path than you are, you always I know I would wonder, when I'd look at a Tony Robbins or a Wayne Dyer or Deepak Chopra or Carolyn Mace or Eckhart Tolle or any of these people, I always thought like it's great for them to like have that success. I'm happy for them. And I'm also happy to be learning these lessons. But what were they going through before they had achieved that success? And what was the struggle like? Because the reality is that, you might be just becoming aware of me for the first time or recently found out about what I do. But the reality is I've been doing this for almost a decade. And there was a time in my life where I was struggling with deep addictions, drug addictions and issues with alcohol and food and sugar and relationships. And I certainly did not have it together. And so I talk about that time in my life, the time where all seemed lost, and also the teachers that I've learned from along the way in this book. And I wanted to share it with you because, one of my intentions here at Daily Love is, I'm definitely here to teach. I'm definitely a teacher. I'm definitely here to, teach you what I've learned about how to improve your life. But I'm also here as a student on the path with you. I'm walking with you side by side. I'm learning just as much as you're learning each and every day. And so I wanted to write this book to really share with you how I got through some of the toughest times of my life. Times where I wanted to quit, times where I wanted to end my life, and times where I just really felt like all is lost. And also really show you how these lessons that I've learned from these incredible teachers like Wayne Dyer and Carolyn Mace and Joseph Campbell, Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, all these amazing teachers I talk about in my book, the lessons that I've learned has led me to live a life beyond my wildest dreams. Like if you could rewind 10 years ago and say, hey kid, you're going to go through all this crazy stuff, all the stuff you write about in the book, all the addictions, all the down points, all the betrayals, losing businesses that you care about, couch surfing for 2 years, not knowing where money is going to come from, having a dream, failing at it, like having all kinds of crazy things happen to you, having a week where, your divine storm week, where all this crazy stuff happened. It felt like the universe or God was against you. You're going to go through all of this. But at the end of it is going to be a beautiful lesson. At the end of it, you're going to figure out that there is a big dream for you. There is a calling for you that you can answer. Your life has a purpose. And on top of that, you're going to be able to help work and, inspire literally millions of people. I would have been like, bullshit, right? It just seems so impossible because I was so stuck. But it's incredible what can be accomplished. And for me, I've been on this path for over a decade. I'm going to share with you in my book, the things I've learned in that decade so that you can read it in a week and really condense my knowledge into a week of time, a decade of my knowledge into a week of your time, rather than, going on and going on and going on and stumbling, all that type of stuff, because I want to shorten your learning curve. And ultimately, the Daily Love is what it is because of you. You made me, you saved me, you saved my life, you gave me purpose. And so this book, at the end of the day, is written for you, the daily lover, the reader who shows up every day. Whether you comment or not, you might be just a passive reader or passive watcher, not commenting, which is fine. I'm here talking to you. Or if you've been commenting and you've been an active member of the community, I'm super grateful. If you've come to one of our live events, Enter the Heart events, or you've come to Daily Love Live, or any of our retreats in Maui or Bali or Ibiza, whatever that might be, this book is written for you. Because without you, I wouldn't be here filming this, video right now. I wouldn't be able to write a book. I wouldn't have a platform to give it to you. So my book comes out September 9th. I cannot wait for it to come out. It's been a labor of love. It's literally written from my heart to yours. It's called Daily Love, Growing into Grace. Starting soon, there's going to be a lot of interviews that I've done with people like Wayne Dyer and Chris Carr and Carolyn Mace and Nick Ortner and Gabby Bernstein. I'm going to be sending you all kinds of free interviews where you can check this out. There'll be pre-order information. All the information is around the page. If you're not on the website, thedailylove.com, if you're watching this somewhere else, head on over to thedailylove.com and get on my blog and really comment. I'm curious. What have been moments in your life where it felt like the universe was against you? It was this crisis that you were going through. And as you got some space from that crisis, that hard time, was there grace? Was it a blessing? Was there a lesson there for you? I'd love to know, because that's what my book, Growing into Grace, is really all about. It's about really learning those lessons and recognizing that sometimes, when things don't go your way, that's okay. Sometimes a delay is not a denial. And sometimes things don't work out so that you can believe in yourself. That's really the heart and core of what my book is about. So go on over to thedailylove.com, and below this video on the blog, leave a comment about your journey from crisis to grace. What was that crisis moment, that time in your life that was a wake-up call? And what'd you do with it? How'd you turn it around? In the comments, I would love to know. I'll be in touch soon with more information about how you can pre-order my book, and it comes out September 9th. Very, very excited about that. But for now, just leave a comment, and most importantly, and as always here at Daily Love TV, remember to take action and make it real. Can you believe it? My new book, Daily Love, Growing into Grace, is out September 9th. I can't wait to share it with you. To check out all the information on how to pre-order and order the book, head on over to growingintograce.com for all the information.